Everyone has that one game they'll always go back to. I'm sure if you think about it, you got a game that you've put some ridiculous amount of time into. I know when I play a game for a lot of time like that, it kind of becomes a part of who I am in some way. I get invested in its development path, I care about the people who make it, and I find myself melding in some part with its community. One of the games that I've played way too much in that vein is Refract Studios' Distance, an arcade racing game that's really more about platforming than it is about racing on a road. Set in a Tron-like world, you'll find yourself driving on walls, avoiding lasers, and flying around while you zip and twist through a plethora of official and community-created levels with more variety than you can even start to shake a stick at. And Distance is unique in so many ways that I kind of hesitate to say there's anything even remotely like it. I mean, if we're going to be technical, there is Nitronic Rush, the studio's first project, but really that serves as more of a prototype that Distance was able to springboard off of. Nitronic Rush really just laid the groundwork for not only the mechanics that would evolve into Distance, but also for a community that would become something incredible. Like I said, the way Distance's tracks are structured turns it into more of a platformer than a standard racing game. Your car's ability to jump right on walls and ceilings and fly through the air are all used as the focus of most levels. Some tracks kind of stray away from that, and they're good in their own right, but to understand what makes Distance so special on a mechanical level, and to even start understanding why its community has held on so strongly for so long, you need to understand that there's more to this game than timing your turns correctly. It's a game about surviving your way through platforming and obstacle challenges as efficiently and quickly as you possibly can. The car's platforming capabilities have even gone so far as to spawn a whole speedrunning scene within the community. These are players that go out of their way to find the absolutely most efficient, no doubt best route through any and all levels that they play, sometimes going as far as to completely avoid the road, and in some other cases they even find new mechanics or new exploits and they use those to gain an edge. And then when you step away from the actual racing side of things, you get one of the biggest contributors to the survival of Distance's community, the level editor. To avoid going on a multi-hour tangent about all the capabilities this part of the game has, I'll just say that the levels that have come from this toolkit are so varied and creative, and the creators themselves are so clever that multiple competitions have spawned, and there are now well over 2,000 community-made levels with multiple new tracks releasing like every week. Thanks to this constant feed of community-made content, people have kept playing, which is, you know, one of the most important things that a game's community needs if it's going to strive. The level creator and the levels that came from it are really what gave the Distance community the chance to grow into what it is today. A wholesome, welcoming, and driven group of friends. All circles of people start somewhere, and the Distance community is no different. Before Discord, people gathered on Distance's official forums and a Mumble server hosted by Camo Yoshi. That Mumble server spawned a bunch of play sessions, speedrun strategies, level ideas, and way more inside jokes than I can count. The server itself averaged out at about 20 members, but there were plenty of people not on the server that were still playing and creating levels, just without the knowledge of this group hotspot. Shortly after joining, I had the idea for a weekly event that could help bring more people into the community, Speedy Saturday. From then on, almost every Saturday we'd meet up and play for a few hours. Eventually we migrated over to Discord, and Speedy Saturday gave way to all sorts of community-run events. So far, we've had 2 multi-week-long level creation competitions, 5 tag tournaments, a sprint tournament, 4 Christmas advent calendars, and 2 24-hour charity live streams raising over $6,000 for Child's Play. Each event had an unbelievable response, and each event was greater than the last. Refract Studios even pitched in to help us with most of them, usually in the form of prize support, but they'd also join in on the fun and hop into whatever live stream was going on when they could. That's 14 community-run events with more on the way. Since 2014, the community has been growing and bringing people together just because we can and just because we love this game. But, and this is still incredible to me, this group has done more than just keep a game alive. A number of features have actually been added to Distance as a direct response to the community. When we needed a better way to host tournaments, a spectator mode was added. A number of tools in the level editor exist because of the community. A modding scene started by a player named Siastex has been allowed to thrive. Techniques that were originally found to be mechanical exploits have been converted into full-fledged features that allow for a wider selection and range of level design options. And just countless other minor things were added over the course of Distance's 4-year life in early access, and it is much stronger for it. And that's not even to mention the fact that 3 members of the community, 3 level creators, Ashamel, Snowsnake, and Crispy, were brought onto the development team to help finish out Distance's adventure mode for launch, which is just absolutely fucking incredible. Never before have I been a part of such a wholesome, creative, intelligent, welcoming, and beautiful group of people. I don't think I'd be speaking out of line if I were to say that Distance wouldn't be what it is today without its amazing, supportive community. From day one, these people have been working to keep this game thriving in any way they can, and it's worked phenomenally. Even right now, as I'm watching this, the developers are live streaming a tournament to wrap up the latest level creation competition, and I'm just reeling at how stoked everyone is for the future of this game. It is so incredible to me that such a positive force in the form of a bunch of people who just like to drive cars on walls can be a fantastic push to drive developers to stay motivated on their project over the course of so many years. And now that we're here at the finish line, it's amazing that the community is still thriving, still beautiful, and still in love with this neon-fueled racing game. I'm so glad that I've been able to be a part of this fantastic group of people, and I'm so proud that the team at Refract have finally been able to push that release button on the game they've been working on for so long. If you end up giving Distance a spin, be sure to hop into the official Discord server and join in on the fun and say hi. Hey, thanks for watching! If you like this, or if you're curious about the more mechanical side of things that Distance does to be unique and rad, check out my video that is also going live today, where I talk about how it merges the platforming and racing genres. And I'm dead serious about joining the Discord, by the way. Check out the Reddit too. A bunch of those events that I mentioned are regularly occurring things, and I can guarantee that there's gonna be a lot more down the road. If you'd like to help support the channel beyond the likes and subscribes, consider donating to my Ko-fi page. Each donation is $3 and goes directly towards the channel. It helps pay for indie games, design work, and hosting for the website and email. Hey, that reminds me, don't forget to check out the Bytes website. There's a bunch of articles you won't find here, and everything's sorted in a way to help you find games you may otherwise have not heard of or just skipped over. It's indie-bytes.com, and there's a link down in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!